Oh yeah, I have a pretty big ego, so anytime I get asked to play myself in a TV show or a movie, I think I'd probably take it. Who is Renee Ballard? Renee is a very fierce woman. She's a detective, and she's kind of detective that every now and then puts 1 foot across the line, but never puts 2 feet across the line. I'm hoping Renee Ballard, a show about her, will become a companion show to the Bosch series, because in my book series, they end up meeting together and working together. You know, she's an interesting character on the page, but I think she could really be an interesting character in TV. Criminal Reporter. I don't think I'd be sitting here if I had not been a crime reporter. It gave me almost everything I need to do what I do now. It was an entree into the world of crime and police and courts, but I also had to write every day, so I really learned the craft of writing, and I think all that added up to me being able to do what I do right now. All right, go out. Castle. That was, you're talking about my acting chops. I play myself as a writer who plays poker with other writers, including Castle. And it was very fun to do, but it made me realize how difficult it is to act, because I only had to play myself, and I was so nervous I came off as not myself.
So we were just talking about our books becoming movies. Michael had Lincoln Lawyer, I had Shutter Island.
So what about your book, kid? They gonna make it into a movie?
Well, you know, I just thought we had...
How many books have you written?
Just the one.
And this one book made you like a crime-solving genius, did it?
You know what I did after I wrote my first novel? I shut up and I wrote 23 more.
Go over this way. A character you would have loved to create. That's pretty easy. I'd say Philip Marlowe by Raymond Chandler, because that's the character that made me want to become a writer. Your daily writing routine. I kind of have 2 jobs. I write on a TV show and I write my books, and so the morning is dedicated to the books, which is very solitary in the dark by a lamp. And then in the afternoon, I go to the writing room where I join 6 other writers, and we collaborate around a big table and work out the scripts. And great counterpoint between the 2 ways of writing. I love them both. An actor or actress who inspires you. I think there's many, and this is going to be a plug, but an actor named Titus Welliver plays my character, Harry Bosch, and he was a lifelong character actor, and this was his first lead after 30 years in the business, and so he cherishes it and takes care of it, and he's so dedicated to it. I find it inspiring, so I take it into my writing, and I want to write about Harry Bosch, so I don't let Titus down.
Definitely smell undercover.
That's the idea.
Have you ever done this before?
I'm not gonna be under that long. Find my killers and adios.
Maybe we should hit pause, call in the DEA.
Let them bust the pill mill after we're done.
You won't have a weapon and you may need one.
Kane, seriously?
Twist the top and pull. Can you do compliance?
I'm famous for it.
An advice for a beginning writer. It's a cliche, but cliches are based on the truth. I had a teacher who said, if you're going to be a writer, then you have to write every day, even if it's only for 15 minutes. If you write every day, even briefly, the story will always stay in your head, and it'll always be churning, and you'll always be thinking about it, and that's the key part. My first memory as a TV series viewer, I had 2 brothers who are younger than me, and we used to watch a show called The Wild Wild West that ran in the 60s, and there were always fights on the show. I guess it would be considered violent by today's standards, but we would take the couch pillows and stand them up like they're the bad guys, and as we're watching the show, we would have fights and kicking them and punching them, and I can still remember standing on the couch and doing that, and I guess I was, I don't know, 9 or 10 when that was going on.
La bonne aventure est le côté le plus intéressant. Prenez-en donc connaissance.
Aujourd'hui, vous aurez spécialement intérêt à vous méfier des cyclopes qui vous veulent du mal.
Last one. Your epitaph. I don't really know. I think something very plain, something humble. No more than 200 words. Being a guy who writes mystery novels, I hope whatever happens to me, I'm never found, and so there won't be a need for an epitaph.